one of the challenges, at least from Oklahoma's standpoint, other states, there's not very many that have, and I wouldn't say a challenge, I'd say more of an opportunity to work with tribal nations, to work with our 39, in fact, federally recognized tribes. And Oklahoma, just for reference, 2/3 of our land are, tribal lands. So working with them, it's been a great experience. The tribal nations have been great to work with. Many of the tribal nations, especially, I don't want to leave anyone out, but I know the Chickasaws and the Choctaws and the Osage, they've been very proactive because they see the importance of connecting their people, their tribal lands with a way of life. And I think, again, I wouldn't say challenge, I'd say an opportunity, but I do think they're obviously going to be playing a huge role in making the digital divide or connecting 100% connectivity in our state.
We've actually had tribal nations on the podcast, and I'm curious, obviously working with tribal nations versus other communities is different, right? So I guess I'm just curious from your perspective, what have you guys learned from having that big of an impact and that big of exposure to tribal nations?
I think one thing that we have learned is that in many ways, they, as tribal entities, want to advocate for the best possible outcome for their people. And being that so many people who are from Oklahoma originally are tribal, they benefit from it in some sort of way. And so it's not a scope that only benefits the tribal individuals and the tribal nations. It branches out much further than that and is impactful in ways that we couldn't have imagined on a statewide level. I mean, I live here in Oklahoma City, but I'm a very proud member of the Chickasaw Nation. And I mean, people who are from here and grew up here, I mean, I don't know of any friends that I had in kindergarten who weren't tribal. And so that is very common. And we all then are impacted by what our tribal entities are doing. And then I think on top of that, we have a lot of our larger tribal nations that want to help the smaller guys. They want to foster that kind of relationship so that they can ensure that their members are also included in this developmental process. And so it's been really wonderful and interesting, and honestly, it's been inspiring in many ways to see tribes reach out to other tribes and build coalitions and to build friendships and to build, compatriotism in some ways. It goes much further than just providing service to their members, but it goes into how can we then, benefit generations and generations after that and generations after that, which has been really awe-inspiring.